Hi everybody, welcome back to Hunt Hill at Home. Today is our last episode of this whole spring that we've done for 8 weeks now. So thank you for tuning in for this last one. We will be doing it throughout the summer, but after this we're going to be just doing it one day per week on Mondays at 1 o'clock. We will be doing something on Memorial Day at 1, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Today, as in the rest of the days this week, we are studying our senses, and what a good day for us to do this. It is just beautiful. Things are blooming, things are moving. You can use your senses a lot today. But before we get started, I wanted to let you know about some things that we did throughout this whole 8-week span, and let you know about some of the projects that we've worked on. So exactly 1 month ago, we had our Earth Day celebration and we did some Earth Day projects. I told you that I would check in with you and let you know how they're going, and now I will. So one of the projects I did on Monday the 20th of April was a trash audit. So the trash audit was basically a chance for me to look at all of the things that I'm throwing away in my trash and just write them down. Now, even though my intent wasn't to change right away what I was doing, just to see what I was doing, it actually made me more aware of what things I was throwing away that I didn't need to. I found a lot of food items I could be composting instead of throwing away. So I filled up this whole sheet of paper, and I had to flip it over and fill up half of that sheet of paper in this month that's passed. And it seems like a lot of stuff. And it is a lot of stuff. A lot of our food comes in packaging. And I realized a lot of this stuff I could really be cutting out of my life so that it's not so much anymore. I'll show you a look inside my garbage can. This is the same garbage can I've been using for the entire month of April and into May. So it's only about a quarter way full, even after all this time, because I found most of the things that I was throwing out were food items, and those things, once I wasn't throwing them away, my garbage didn't get as stinky anymore. So it's kind of fascinating. The other big project that I've been working on since Earth Day has been our compost bin. Now, my compost bin is not perfect, and I'm going to take a peek inside there to show you what things are going on. That's okay. We all make mistakes, and it's not always perfect, but we can always learn and grow from our mistakes. So, with my compost bin, I'll put it up on my chair so you can see. I discovered that I just did not have enough drainage holes. I should have made some more in there because it got super wet. Another problem that I had with it was that a lot of my things in here were just too big to break down fast enough. So, for example, let me take this out. It's all gross and slimy in here. I'm poking around with a stick. My banana peel turned all brown and everything, but it hasn't really started to decompose very quickly. If I had broken this up into smaller pieces, it would have broken down a lot faster. I also found that I should have crunched up my leaves a little bit more and pulled apart my paper, but it's still making some progress. And we're getting to the point where it's full enough that I can switch to a different container. Let's see if I can show you in there. And then let this one set for about a month so it can really do some good work in there. Another big project that we did over this time was planting seeds. I planted 5 of those pea seeds, and I sent out kits. I hope that your kits did really well. My kits did awesome. They started to sprout, and they grew to be about a foot tall. When they were a foot tall, my cats went and ate them. So I don't have any pea seeds to show you, but they did grow pretty well. All right, into the good stuff. So today is our last day of our senses, and I've got our joke of the day for you. So the pirate got his ears pierced. How much did it cost for the pirate to get its ears pierced? A buccaneer. So we're talking about ears today. We're talking about the sense of hearing. Now, if you look at animals, they've got really, really different ears. Humans have ears that stick out a little bit, but then we've also got animals like frogs and snakes and birds that don't have ears that stick out at all. We also have things like elephants that have huge ears that are almost as large as their face. So ears are a really interesting thing. Now, if you take a look at your ears, we've got this part called the outer ear. It is also called an auricle. And we're going to be making some new outer ears today in a little STEM project. So, for this project, you're going to need some paper plates. You could also just use regular paper, or you could use some cardboard. You're going to need some scissors, and then you're going to need a hole punch, or something to punch a hole. You could also try to poke a hole in there as well. And then I've got these pipe cleaners. The pipe cleaners will help me hold the ears onto my actual ears. So, I made a few in advance to see how they go. And here's one that I gave a try to. Now for this one, I cut a paper plate in half, and then I rolled this into kind of a cone shape, like this. Now I left this little gap here because this is the gap that I'm going to put my own ear into. Now be careful here, you don't want to cut or injure your own ear, so make sure it's large enough that your ear fits in there. Once you've got it to the right size, you can use your little pipe cleaner, or you can also just tie it together with some string or yarn. Pipe cleaners are nice because they don't need any knots, and they're easy to take in and out. So I've got my pipe cleaner through there, and I'll twist it, and now I can fit it right onto my ear. Now this one's going to give me not exactly cat ears, but maybe like what has an ear that points down? Kind of looks like an elf. But the auricle like this is going to act like a funnel. And so this is going to funnel in any noises that are coming from the outsides here. The thing with this is that it's not going to funnel anything that hits the top or the sides. So my voice sounds really funny to me right now because it sounds kind of distant and away from my ear. But anything that is right in front of this ear is kind of loud. So I'm going to walk around and see what sorts of things I hear with my new special ear. I'll take you with me. Ooh, there we go. So I chose this location because I'm right in front of our crabapple tree. This crabapple tree is blooming right now, and it is so lovely and it smells wonderful. But we're not talking about smells today. We're talking about sounds. The reason that we're in front of this is because there's tons of bees in this tree. They're all trying to get nectar from these flowers. And I'm going to switch my view so you can look and see if you can see any bees. So here we go. Oh yeah. I hope you can hear those bees. I can hear them really well when they're right in front of this, but then I don't hear them at all when they're not. So here's my one auricle. Now I'm going to get another type and give that a try. So this one I created using a paper plate, and then I cut a little crescent in there, just with my scissors. And I'm going to make an identical one for my other ear. So I can do that. I'm going to just follow the guides of where it was before. There we go. So I've got these two matching ears. I'm going to see if these ears hear better than my cone ear. Let's give it a try. So I have to start from behind my ear so they're not blocking my actual ear. And I can just kind of stick them over here. Oh yes, I look like an elephant. Oh, Mark says that we can hear the bees. That's good. I'm glad you can hear them. All right, so I look pretty silly, but I'm going to see if I can hear the bees better this way. I'm going to take you with me. It's hard to tell. It might be the same, but I might have to try it with some other sounds as well. The bees aren't as steady, so sometimes they get loud and sometimes they get quiet. If I try this with maybe some music, I'll be able to tell better. So give this a try at home. Have your kids, grandkids, friends, family, anyone you know, give them a try. Let me know what you find out, if these ears are better than your own ears, and if these ears are better than your own ears, and how they compare to each other. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on Monday, which is Memorial Day. Have a super weekend, and thank you so much for watching these 8 weeks, which is nearly a little bit over 8 hours, nearly 500 minutes of watching this. And let's see, I had some statistics on here too. Okay, so ready for some statistics. I know this one's getting long. So we had an average of 441 people viewing each video. We had watchers from Wisconsin as well as Minnesota, Florida, California, Maine, and Arizona. If I missed your state, I'm sorry. Let me know in the comments. And we had, on some of the videos, up to 1,000 viewers. So thank you so much for supporting Hunt Hill, for watching these, and for protecting nature. We can't do this without you. And I will see you on Monday. Bye.